Hey guys, Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. I am here today with Robert and Barry. These guys are here with me, and we are talking about the live Las Vegas event that Robert's going to be putting on. It's a commercial pressure washing contractors event live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's going to be February 26th and 27th, obviously 2026. So next year. How are you gentlemen doing today? And Robert and Barry, Robert, you go first. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you came up with this thing, and then we'll let Barry chime in here and let us know what you're going to be doing, Barry.
Yeah, thanks, man. So my name is Robert Eisenstadt. I own Property Pros Pressure Washing. We are a commercial pressure washing company based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. We just hit 10 years in business in August, so we've been crushing the game for a little while now. And I started the whole commercial pressure washing contractors thing because I started to join all these different, Facebook groups and associations and coaching programs. And there wasn't anything based just on commercial that I found that was focusing only on commercial. You have a great group, Ron. There's a lot of value inside of your group. Barry, you have a good group. You have commercial cleaners, but it's commercial cleaners. There's a lot of janitorial people in there too, as well. Right. And so I wanted something very niche focused on commercial pressure washing only because I couldn't find what I was looking for. And so when the door doesn't get opened for you, you open it yourself. Right. So I created a Facebook group called Commercial Pressure Washing Contractors. We got like 850 members in there right now. And I keep it very niche down. I don't let any kind of advertisers in there. I don't let any of that stuff go in there. It's only contractors that are allowed in that group. And so I had this idea going on for a long time that, I want to create this opportunity to network and teach people and show them how to land commercial pressure washing, how to get more commercial contracts. We've talked, Ron, for a long time about this stuff. You've helped me on a bunch of numerous things, we've talked about all these different avenues to go down. Once I started to get into like the coaching and consulting world, it kind of solidified the idea that like, hey, I need to do this because people need the information and the education to be able to land those commercial contracts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's different than the residential situation. And I want to spearhead this off. Everybody argues about which one makes more money, residential or commercial. Hey, you set your margins. I always laugh when people say that. Commercial can be more, your margins can be better at commercial or better at residential. It's what you do as a business owner. So I wanted to get that mystique right out of the way. Everybody always makes that assumption. Barry, tell us a little bit about yourself and how'd you wind up getting involved with this event, and a little bit about your background.
All right. Hey, my name is Barry Little. I have Little's Pressure Washing. We're going on our 11th year in business, full-time. Obviously, before that, I had a detail shop. I've been in the industry about 20 years, part-time, full-time, part-time in the beginning on the detailing side, which transitioned to the commercial side of cleaning. So I'm about 75-25 right now, mid to high end residential, 75% commercial. And so my niche is I do gas stations. You guys may know me on all the social media platforms. I have other companies as well, but focused on this specific topic. I primarily do gas stations, C-stores. We do truck stops. We clean a lot of restaurants. We do a lot of churches. We do a lot of facility maintenance program, and we'll talk more about that later. But really, I really love the industry, and it's just I'm in it every day. I'm in the trenches every single day. I haven't been home in 2 days. I'm at my office. When I'm off this live, I'm going home. Like I said, we cover the Southeast. We're in Tennessee. We're in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, even Florida. So we're all over the map. But I really just kind of focused the last really 8 years just on the commercial space. Actually, the commercial space was in the beginning, but I kind of got away from the residential space besides my subscription models, and we'll go more into that later. But that's me, Ron. I'm just very little pressure washing.
Well, welcome to the podcast tonight. So, Robert, what do you see? Like, give us an outline in your head for the vision of what this event's going to look like. I know you don't want to talk about all the speakers and stuff necessarily, but what kind of content is going to be covered at the event?
Yeah. So again, I've gone to so many events over the past 10 years to further my education in the industry and business. I've attended and joined masterminds. I mean, I've paid upwards of $30,000 to join a mastermind and grow my knowledge. Right. And the thing that I noticed by attending a lot of these events, it was, a constant game of these speakers getting up there and they're like, look at me. This is what I did. Right. And it was like a giant sales pitch. And it was kind of annoying. It kind of started to deter me from going to a lot of these events. I got tired of going up there and watching people just brag about the things that they did. Well, it's great. It's motivational, but we also don't always need motivation, right? We need discipline and we need knowledge. So a mentor of mine told me a long time ago, get excited about the knowledge that you can learn, not the deal. And so the way that I wanted to curate this event was purely educational. I didn't want this to be an event where it's just sales pitch after sales pitch. And I understand, people are we have some sponsors, they'll have products and services that will be able to sell to the attendees, which is only going to benefit them. But I want this to be the event where people show up and they're like, man, I have never left an event with more actionable items that I can take home and implement inside of my business to grow and scale my company that is easy to follow. So the idea behind the speakers that we have, they're educating the attendants to be able to come and show them, hey, it's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you do. You implement this inside of your company and it works because we have the proven historical data and strategies that have worked for numerous people.
So instead of just selling some rainbows and unicorns of a dream, we're going to actually give these people actionable things. When they leave this event, they come to this event, they're going to be able to leave this event and have a real plan of action that they can do. I mean, that's really what you're saying, correct?
Yes. And here's the kicker. Here's the biggest kicker, right? I'm not just like fluffing this up as something that we're going to have. I know we talked about like, hey, we're not going to be releasing too much stuff right now, but I'm actually bringing my own clients into the event to sit on a panel. So I have a facility director from a city municipality. I have a facility director for the school district. I have a construction and maintenance manager for a raceway out here. We have commercial property managers that are going to come and sit on this panel. We're going to ask them a bunch of series of questions that the audience would want to know. And we're also going to leave it open at the end for Q&A for the audience to be able to ask the ideal clientele whatever questions they would ask. Similar questions could be something along the lines of like, what is it that you look for in a vendor when you're searching for a vendor? What are the important things that a vendor can do to stand out that would make you choose them? Those kinds of questions are going to be able to help get you the real answers that you need from the actual person that's making the decision. Nobody has ever done that before, ever. I'm bringing my clients in to this event.
That's awesome. That is awesome, awesome stuff. Barry, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I wanted to weigh in on you as far as I know why did you participate in this event, because I know the reason you participate is I think we got 3 guys here, and I've been a part of a lot of events, and I can't disagree. I'm done with the 45-minute fluff sales pitch. I'm only going to be doing events now that have meat and potatoes behind them. And that's why, Robert, I chose to do the event with you. I'm just going to tell you that, not with you, but help you out, promote it, get things going with it, because I know that you want to give, you want people to leave this event and be successful. And I'm going to tell you right now, Barry, how much do you want people to be successful? Tell us a little bit about
First,
your thoughts.
let me tell you.
Don't hold anything back, Barry. Don't hold it back.
Hey, listen, pump it up. Pump the brakes. I just had to message my wife on my night with say, stop calling. I am on Facebook Live. I will be home for dinner. She doesn't know I was going live. I said, baby, you just interrupted the show 3 times. But hey, I love you. Don't mess with my steak. I'll be home soon. But I want to before let's pump the brakes, guys. Let's pump the brakes before we go to your question. I want to piggyback on my friend Robert. We all have a story, correct, Robert? We all have a story.
For sure.
Guess what? We don't want to fuzzy tickle the people's ears. We're not trying to tickle your ears, make you feel good, and all that good stuff. I want to give you systems that produce the same results every single time so that you can go home with the tools I put in your toolbox and take action. And you call me and say, man, I just landed a $15,000 contract. I just landed a $100,000 contract, and it works. You know, that's what we want to do because nobody's doing that. There's a gatekeeping in our world. I'm sure other industries as well. People don't want to talk price. They don't want to talk about contract. But guess what? I can't clean the entire world, and neither can you. So rising water makes all the boats rise, just like JFK. Come on, let's be real about it. So that I piggyback on what you said, Robert. I am pumped for this event because there's nobody. This will be the first time we put the tools out there for the contractors to say, how are these guys getting in the doors of Chevrolet and Ford and General Motors and Chevron and Shell, et cetera, et cetera. And not only are they getting in the doors, but they're making it to where I can't count the number of competitors that have tried to take my spot, but they don't even answer their phone calls because you develop those relationships. Your client loves you. You're providing a service that they don't have to worry about. So there's so many tools and levels of this. I'm really pumped to be on stage alongside Robert and all the other speakers that we'll be announcing soon to give you guys actionable steps to go home and change your life.
Ron said something to me about what you just said a while back. We were on a phone call and he goes, listen to me. If somebody is able to come and take your client, they're not your client. Isn't that right, Ron?
Yeah.
Amen.
If they can come take your client, they're not your client.
Yeah. People don't understand that though. Barry, how many in the last couple of days, Barry?
Somebody else tried today, but we didn't give it to them.
We've had this conversation, Barry, in the last couple of days. It's funny, isn't it? It's absolutely funny. Absolutely funny.
What was your original question before I piggybacked off what Robert said? I want to make sure I don't miss what you asked.
Well, I think you went over it. We've all 3 of us here can agree that we've went to all these shows, these different shows, and yeah, there were things given, like people call them nuggets. There's nuggets given. We're not giving nuggets at this show. You're going to have a playbook. When you leave this show, you're going to have a playbook. You're going to be able to implement these things, and you're going to be able to see results. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. I can't stand, and I know lots of guys all the time want to track this, they want to track that, they want to track this. If you got a good program and a good marketing program, it's either working or it's not. And tracking it is very simple. The numbers don't lie, and it's called your bank account. I mean, I'm not saying that you're not going to have a wake up with a production report on your crews at 10 a.m. every morning, because that's part of business, and that's the part that Dan Platt, I don't think it's a secret that Dan's not coming. That's the part where Dan is going to help some of these guys out, because you have to know these numbers. You got to know you're making money. Guys think that $65 an hour, they're making money. That's not even breaking even, and I don't think a lot of guys understand that or know that. And they laugh sometimes when I say, if you're doing a one-time job, you need to be making $500 an hour or more. I said recurring revenue, I won't go into numbers on that. We're going to wait till the event. But on recurring revenue, obviously it can be a lot less than that. But the reality of it is, you got to know those numbers. You have to know them. Hey, Barry, I want to make, while we do these podcasts, whether they're once a week or once every other week or once a month, I want to give these guys, I want to show people right now, all 3 of us give an actionable item of something that's, or some mistake that a lot of commercial guys make. And I'm going to give one, but I'm going to let you go first, Barry. Then I'm going to let Robert go. And then we're going to give 3 things here. And we're going to, on these videos, while you guys are deciding whether you want to go to this event or not, every time we log on and do one of these videos about the Las Vegas live event, we're going to give you guys some real meat and potatoes. We'll give you those nuggets, as they call, like they do at these other events. Go ahead, Barry. You got one, Barry. Don't take 3 hours. Just one.
Hey, I'm at the starting line like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, listen, get your fork and knife out, put your freaking apron on, and open your ears, because I'm finna put it on you right here. Check it out. It's about relationships, all right? What we're doing is solving a problem for these convenience stores, right? Number one, they get secret shoppers. Number two, they have to keep things compliant with OSHA. So my pro tip for selling gas stations or restaurants or anything is sell them on the risk reduction you're providing. Everybody's stuck on price. Everybody's at price, price, price. I sell value. My prices command where they command. And guess what?
They're stuck on curb appeal too, and that's not it. So that's right.
Here's the thing. If you want to land more, stop selling so much on price. Sell on your service, your goods you're providing, and your risk reduction. You know, shiny concrete's nice and all that stuff, but slip hazards, we're taking care of all that, making sure the dumpsters are clean. When you go out to the dumpsters, you know, that grease, especially on the back doors where they come out and they push the cart over the threshold, it spills. We're minimizing reduction, cutting down on insurance costs, lawsuits, workman's comp, and all that good stuff by keeping them compliant with the health inspector as well as secret shoppers. That's my pro tip.
Pest control,
risk
vector
reduction.
control. Absolutely. Yes.
ADA
Absolutely. Absolutely. Robert, what do you got? You got one?
Mine actually piggybacks off of him a little bit, which is kind of funny, right? Because, you know, he talks about selling the service and he talks about all these things. But here's the thing is our ideal clients don't necessarily know anything about pressure washing, right? And so the way that I like to go about getting the opportunity for what Barry described is I like to educate the client. Our big thing is education. So educating the client. I didn't even know, and I didn't realize until a while back, but our clients don't even know the difference between surface cleaning and wanding, right? They just see pressure washing. From a lot of guys, their proposals are just garbage, but they just see pressure washing and they have no idea what's actually getting done. So my pro tip is to get in front of your client and get yourself the opportunity to educate them. The way that we do that is through lunch and learns. So we'll curate a lunch and learn for our clientele. We'll go in and we have a complete slide deck that we have where we educate them on things like risk reduction or risk mitigation, slip and fall hazards. And I always use an example. For example, I live out here in Las Vegas. I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, the Cosmopolitan just got sued for $15 million over a slip and fall. And I educate the clients about that stuff like, hey, you know, you could be responsible for this if you're not doing what you need to do. So we educate the clients on our service, why we are better or why using us is a benefit and how we are going to service their property. So educate your clients.
I want to piggyback one more for you. We're going to keep piggybacking and adding to what Robert said. Listen, a lot of mistakes guys make in this industry. We're not trying to give you the whole show today. You need to come to Vegas, but I will piggyback off Robert. Here's the thing. You're getting in front of the wrong customers. Quit looking at the dirty gas stations. That's not the one you want to sell. You want to go to the clean ones, the ones that care about their look. But on number two, listen, you don't need to have this discussion with the manager. This is not even a regional manager. There's facilities directors, and I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to put the whole meat potatoes. But what I'm saying is get in front of the right ones that care about risk reduction. Not your managers do to a sense, but you start going up to the office level and getting in the right rooms with the right people. That's what they care about. So,
hey, Robert, this is a good friend of mine. I don't know if you know Trevor or not, but I don't agree with everybody on everything, but I want to clarify this with this guy.
No way.
This is a good guy that if he's willing to come out. Trevor's he's a really good speaker. I've had him out a lot of times. But Trevor, I'm not talking about you don't track everything. Like I said, we're going to have a production number report by 10 a.m. It's going to be on my desk, and I'm going to know whether I lost money with the crew or made money. If there's 23 crews, I'm going to know which one didn't perform well or did perform well. There's no doubt. You got to know about that immediately. I'm talking, I guess, when I get into this thing about tracking, when somebody tells me there's a 0.5% ROI on something and I'm supposed to track it, I'm sorry. That's not working for me. You know what I mean? I go, if I'm trying to track something that's working 1% of the time, I am putting more bad money after more bad money. I don't want that program. You know what I mean? And I think that's what guys don't understand, the difference in when you're talking on the residential side versus the commercial side. Programs that we use in commercial either perform or we get rid of them. They don't work. We don't use them. A 0.5% program to send out a bunch of EDDM mailers that cost $20,000. I'm sorry. It doesn't exist in commercial. Okay. A targeted campaign of postcards to a selected group, maybe, but we're not going to be throwing stuff up against the wall in the commercial world and seeing what sticks, because we all know when we go back to the original thing here of building relationships, that's probably the entire key thing, and trust being the number one thing, because we all know we've had commercial clients that and you don't know this, they may not like you, but they trust you to perform and do the work. So they've chosen your company. I've literally had the calls, Ron, we don't like you, but we're going to use you. I got YouTube videos out there of clients saying that they say, hey, we're going to use you because we're tired of beating our heads out with these other guys that don't know what they're doing. I'm going to give my one tip, and I'm going to be really quick. Guys, the number one thing is not following up that salesmen make a mistake on. The number one thing that salesmen make a mistake on is asking the damn client when to follow up. That's the number one thing. Not following up might be number 5 on my list, but the number one thing is don't call Ron Musgraves after this event. Don't call Barry, and certainly don't call Robert. You have to ask the client yourself. None of us have a crystal ball of when they're going to be deciding on an agreement. That's it, period.
That's such a good tip, man. And I always tell people, is like, why are you afraid to ask questions? They are another human being.
They're people.
They are a person. Just ask them what you want to ask them. I got a piece of advice a long time ago from a friend of mine when I was going into a job interview, and I was nervous to talk to him, which is so funny because I love talking to people now. And he said, why are you nervous to talk to this person? Just talk to them how you talk to anybody else. Talk to them like your friends. Don't sound this crazy robotic professional. Just talk to them how you talk to people. And that changed my communication with everybody forever. Maybe you could have a class for contractors on how to write a commercial proposal. What do you want to include in the proposal? Well, Kevin, I'll tell you what, you show up to that event. I think Ron might have something for you there to check out if you come. But not only that, you'll be able to ask the ideal clientele yourself what they look for in proposals if you come out to the event. So,
hey, and on the next video, I'll tell you what's genius about this proposal, and from what Robert just said, that's how we found out how to make those jackets, because this is what they want. They don't want any more. They don't want any less, because believe it or not, these guys that give packets out that are that thick, they wind up in the garbage can. Okay. I'm serious. They want the numbers. That's what they really want. They want the numbers. All the fluff doesn't really mean anything. Hey, this is Paul Lewis. Paul, if you're still listening, you should be sponsoring this event. They just made an acquisition. PSI, who owns Bandit, just purchased Hydrotech. This is big news. Hydrotech and Pressure Pro. They now are all one company under one roof. Congratulations, by the way, Paul and John Pankow for making that happen.
Shoot me a message. If you're still watching, shoot me a message.
He's still watching. He's still on, according to the feed. He's still there. Yep.
Yeah, I would love to talk to you.
Awesome. It would be awesome to have them there. And they're located in Florida, but they were out for the Reno show, which I missed both you suckers at. You better not miss it in Orlando. I'll tell you that.
Here's the thing too, is I want you to realize something, how important this is to me, this event and raising the industry standards. I posted something in my group, and Mr. John Tornabene, I love John. You know, he nailed it right on the head. Is what needs to change in our industry, and the consensus from a bunch of different people was the standards need to be raised, right? Like uneducated people, they just don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to do it. And it's really just about learning and raising the standards of our industry. So I want to ask you actually, Ron, let me ask you a question, because you know a little bit more than everybody else does. From what you do know, what do you think you're most excited about for this event?
What am I most excited about? That it probably is truly the first complete commercial event. I mean, I'm sorry out there, residential guys, but I do not want to hear about how we have to talk to Susie Homemaker. That is not what we're doing at this event. We are going to be talking commercial, and we're going to teach guys how to talk to commercial clients. And if I never have to listen to somebody worrying, like I said, does EDM work, all that stuff? This is the commercial world. We're going to tell you the strategies. You're going to come out to this event. You're going to learn them. That's what I'm most excited about, because unlike Barry, and nothing against it, Barry, you're high-end residential, and I told you many days over this. I'm sure Robert might be high-end residential, and I'll tell you the high-end residential I wash. They're all free, and there's not a house under 6,000 square feet, and some of them are 22,000. And guess how much I charge to wash them? For free.
Yeah.
Put that one in your head right there.
See, we're meant to high-end residential for subscription models. We may wash. We got one client that's $9,000 a year. We do it twice. I mean, so it's essentially $4,500.
No, I get it. And yeah. I wash a 22,000 square foot house, and I don't charge a nickel.
Right.
Here's the deal, though. Just to break this down really quickly, is I did a lot of residential work with the carpet cleaning, the handyman services, all the construction stuff. I did all of this, right? I dealt with the homeowners and the issues and the problems, but we were also doing commercial pressure washing. And it's like, why am I struggling dealing with this residential homeowner and having all of these problems when I have crews out here going out at night, showing up, doing the work, the clients are super happy, and I'm getting a check and there's no issues. It's just a completely different, it's a different game. And don't get me wrong, for all of the residential guys listening, you can make decent money doing residential, right? And Barry, you're an anomaly, and I'm sure a couple other people are as well. But for the people that want consistent income, they want reliable income, they want contracts that are going to last years, not maybe months. Commercial is where it's at. You need to get on the game of commercial. You know, we start our year with over $850,000 on the books every single year, no matter what.
And that guy, in the residential world. Kevin's not listening, but I'll give you guys a great tip too next time about contracts. And I'll explain to you that they want contracts that never expire. And I know everybody's going to go, "You're crazy. That's not true." Next time you tune into our video, when we go live about the Las Vegas event, I'll give you guys that tip. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's what they really want. They want contracts that never expire. You know, think about this. If you have 300 or 400 or 500 contracts, Robert, why do you want to rewrite those every year? You don't, do you? You don't ever want to rewrite those, do you?
Just a little increase.
So well, in our agreements, we have an increase every budget season. That automatic increase can go up. That can be, there's no way you don't have increases, because you always got to have increases, right? But no professional buyer, and I'm going to start using that term now that we're talking commercial, no professional buyer wants to they don't even want to redo their agreements if they have a purveyor that's performing, if they have a purveyor that they have a good relationship with. They don't want to rewrite these contracts. They just want to get a letter stating that there's going to be an increase next year, and here's what it's going to be, and that's great. We're going to reconcile the budget, and we're going to make those increases, and we're going to move forward. That's all they want. One-page letter telling them what the increase is. And lots of guys don't really realize that. And I'll share on the next podcast, I'll give you a link where those portfolios I had in my hand, you can pick up a link and you can download that and you'll see the entire packet. So that's a little nugget. I'm also, because Robert's such a great he loves F9. So Craig Harrison told me tonight that next podcast we're going to give away one or two of these babies. This is a $200 F9 book. Robert can go in. We can sound sales pitchy, but we're not going to. But I'm sure he's going to tell everybody here why he uses F9 on some of his commercial projects and how it cuts him down time. That's another thing, Robert. People don't realize that cutting 30% out of a contract's time because you're using the right things. You're having the right techniques. You got the right procedures. Barry, we were talking about this. Let's not talk about the times, but people don't even believe the times that you can knock out a gas station because they go there and try to do it. And they're there like for 2 days. That's ridiculous. A shopping center does not take 2 days. It's hours. That's it. Hours. It's hours. 5 hours for an average size shopping center on regular maintenance, guys. That's it. 5 hours.
Let me ask you, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. And just really quickly, Marco Nava, who just posted on here, he's young and I just started working with him. He is crushing it for his age. I think he's 21 years old. Absolute just monster for his age. And
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's coming to the event. But Barry, on average, how long, and I know there's different sizes, how long does it take you to pressure wash a gas station?
2.5 hours.
Yeah. Okay. That's right on the money where we are too. It's anywhere from like an hour and 45 minutes to 3 hours. So, but
that encompasses we're doing the dumpster, the grease box, the sidewalk, all the parking areas, and under the canopy.
Yeah, same. Yep.
We're doing all the concrete.
Yeah. And so and Ron, I'm pretty sure I am the largest contracting purchaser of F9 products, period.
That's probably why we're giving away a couple of cookbooks. That's why there's going to be no issue with that.
Hey, can I add something real quick? I just want to add a professional tip that they just keep popping in like popcorn. So here's the thing. As we're talking about, actually the actual cleaning, 1.5 hours is where we're at to 2 hours. But what we do, and we'll go into this at the event, you'll have to come to the event, of course, to get all of the golden nuggets, like as Ron said. But we have company cam. We photo every single angle, everything we touch before and after. So we take 10 minutes before. You got to factor in 20 minutes at the most of photo. So that's what we do. So that's part of our systems. My system, I know exactly. I can listen, one guy can do a gas station in 2 hours. One guy, if with the proper systems, right? So that's just, I'm excited for this event. But the nugget I want to throw on is we have 5 to 7 step processes. And one of those steps is obviously the company cam, which is linked to our jobber, which we're going to run through Go High level. So we have systems to where we get the same results every single time. So therefore, if there's something damaged before or after, or if there's something that I see a risk, I reach out to the company and say, hey, look, I know this is not what we're doing, but we can do this. And guess what? It's 9 times out of 10 green light, take care of it. But it's about keeping them in the loop and providing a service to our clients, which is the oil companies and, any other company we're working with. So
it's awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Hey guys, let's finish this thing up. Let's finish it up strong. Let's remember this, guys. It's Las Vegas 2026, February 27th, February 26th, 27th, guys. Sunset Station Hotel. I love the Station hotels. It's a homey feeling kind of hotel. This is not this is the Stations casinos. They're local hotels, man. They are down to earth places. This is not the Taj Mahal. hotel. It's a nice hotel. Don't get me wrong. It's there.
Freshly remodeled.
It's a very nice hotel. But I want to let these guys know it's a very conservative hotel. I guess that's better to say. It's a conservative hotel. It's this event. I mean, in respects, when you guys click through and look at the page, what it's going to cost the event. We're not going to go over the cost tonight. We're going to do that at a later time. But, anybody signs up tonight, that's great. Let us know that you did. Anybody that wants to maybe even come on a live, like, hey, if we get Marco on here, you've been helping him out, let's get him on a live. He obviously just let me know he was in Carlsbad. I didn't know if he attended my class or not, and I apologize if you did, and I don't remember you, Marco. It was a quick in and out there in California. Class was full, by the way, packed. So looking forward to that. By the way, I want to mention I will be on the 19th in Denver, Colorado, next in December. So I'm looking forward to seeing anybody that's going to be there. Go to nationalcleaningexpo.com and sign up. You can sign at National Cleaning Expo. It'll click you through to the Las Vegas link. You can get signed up there for it too. Giving you guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I'm going to say my thing here. Barry, you say give us your 30-second goodbye. Robert, you take us out, Robert. When Barry's done, you take us out.
Okay. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna give y'all guys one more thing to think about. One more thing to think about.
You know why he's going to do that? Because he can't stop giving nuggets out. This guy cannot stop.
Listen, when I give knowledge, it helps everybody, just like when Robert does and Ron does. But I don't want to go off on a side note. What I was going to say was, just imagine how you get referrals from your residential, right? This is my residential guys that do commercial that are wanting to get into commercial, right? You may get a referral that makes you a couple $1,000 on a nice house wash, right? Imagine an industry where you get a referral where it's a 6-figure referral. You understand? That's the difference between commercial and residential. You do a good job, guess what? Your referral is going to be 10 more locations, 50 more locations. So if you're really serious about changing your future generations, there's only one place to be, and that's in Las Vegas. And I hope to see y'all there.
Cool, man. Yeah, thank you, Barry. I appreciate you, and I appreciate both of you guys being a part of this. I think it's all coming down full circle, And here's the deal, guys. This event is cheap. It is cheap for what we are providing. Number one. Number two, Ron, I don't know if you saw how cheap I got the rooms down to. You helped me negotiate this contract quite a bit. I got these rooms down to $69 a night. $69 a night. That is cheap, man. We have breakfast and lunch provided both days. The hotel and casino has been completely remodeled. It's a beautiful place. There's a movie theater, a bowling alley. There's nice steakhouses and restaurants. There's a ton of gambling if you guys want to gamble. There's awesome bars. We're going to be hanging out. It's going to be a great time. And, not only are you going to be able to get actionable items from the speakers that are showing up, but the people that are going to be in the room are people that actually want to grow their business. You see, there's people that are going to sit on the sidelines, and they're those people that always want everything for free, right? They want something for nothing. And if Barry, Ron, what do they usually end up with?
Nothing.
That's right.
Nothing.
The people that are watching this video, hold on, let me finish.
Nothing.
The people that are watching this video, the people that are going to show up to this event, the people that are going to invest in themselves, those are the people that are going to go places. Those are the people that are going to grow their businesses. And those are the people that are going to continue to scale because they care. They're willing to invest in themselves and their business. And this isn't even a massive investment. It's $500 for a ticket. So you guys can go to the nationalcleaningexpo.com, look up the Las Vegas event. There's a link there with a little finger that says click here. Go in, buy a ticket, and I'll see you guys in Las Vegas. I appreciate you guys.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for coming out, guys. Ron Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute. We are